Siemano, zanim zaczniemy, parę słów o naszym partnerze kanału, czyli o platformie Boosteroid, platformie cloud gamingowej do grania w gry. Jeżeli ktoś nie wie, na czym polegają platformy cloud gamingowe, polegają na tym, że można ogrywać gierki tam, gdzie się chce, kiedy się chce i o której się chce. Tak więc dowolnością jest, jaką grę uruchomicie, a także na jakim sprzęcie, bo można uruchomić na telefonie, tablecie, na jakichś handheldach, telewizorach, no, co wam się będzie widziało. I to można uruchomić gierki i nowsze i starsze, bo można uruchomić takiego Frostpunka drugiego, można uruchomić troszkę starszego już Cyberpunka. No, wybór jest spory. Cały czas zresztą też jest biblioteka powiększana, co tydzień są dodawane nowe tytuły, tak więc no raczej każdy znajdzie coś, co go zainteresuje. Dla zainteresowanych link w opisie, a my przechodzimy do odcinka. Siemano, witam bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Kontynuujemy naszą przygodę w Czechach. Sobie przesiedziałem trochę, poczekałem aż stanie dzionek i idę do naszego Gawła.
Pavel, the owner of the local inn, I assume?
That I am. How can I help you?
When I asked where I should go in this city for good wine, your inn was recommended.
You've come to the right place. You won't find better wine in this city. Have you come from far away?
Very far, Goodman. I'm Henry, and I rarely hear my name spoken in my native tongue.
Mine has an unusual ingredient in it. Let's see if you can tell what it is.
I've travelled around France.
Wonderful. It's not often I get the chance to talk to someone so well traveled. It'd be nice to have someone to discuss the drink of kings with.
An invitation I can't refuse. Thank you.
Well, good man, how shall we begin our tasting? Ah, I know. How about a little white to begin with?
Excellent.
So, what do you say to that?
Hints of vanilla. That's uncommon. And I have to say, that greenish spring colour is perfect.
You're right. A rare flavor and color tone. It's essentially a lighter wine. I like it because it's suitable for many occasions. When I don't know what to serve, I pull out a Moravian white. My father-in-law loves it. He'll be a blessed 70 years old this year, so I'm giving him a few casks to make his old age a little merrier.
That's very kind of you.
There's nothing but misers in this town. They wouldn't think twice about taking their own mother's last piece of bread. I'm not like that. Do I have money? Of course. But I don't hoard it. I try to make people around me happy.
And you're treating me to this wine. You're a real Samaritan. And like it says in the Bible, you give drink to the thirsty.
Anyway, let's have a cup of something else.
My thoughts exactly.
What shall we... Ah, I know. Let's have some red. How about a young Blaufränkisch from Austria? Or as we call it in Bohemia, Blue Frankovka.
From you, Goodman, anything. Pour away.
Quite a decent vintage.
A bit bitter for my tastes. But you said it's a young Blaufränkisch. I'm getting notes of black currant. The colour is dark, almost purple, but as it should be.
Yes, the color enchants me every time. Almost like drinking from an inkwell.
Oh, I've never drunk ink. Would you recommend it?
My grandfather used to say,
Polecacie
you won't know till
popijanie
you've tried it.
atramentu.
He lived and died by that saying.
Jakim pojebem byłoby picie
What happened to him?
atramentu?
Well, the poor fella suffered from ulcers. So one day, true to his favorite saying, he tried drinking spirits to cure himself. Burn the canker, he said. Well, he burnt it so thoroughly, he was dead in a week.
O kurde.
God rest his soul.
To your grandfather and his contribution to advancing the knowledge of medicine.
If you've traveled so widely, tell me, in France, what wine do they appreciate the most? And I don't mean what wealthy nobility think, but what true connoisseurs like you and me appreciate.
Trudno się trafiło. Nie mam pojęcia. Nie wiem.
Chardonnay, definitely.
But that's the type of grape. I mean the type of wine. I surely don't have to tell you the grape variety is only half the taste.
Well, it's hard to come up with something off the top of my head, but I do enjoy this variety.
Ah, well, never mind. Let's carry on. Well then, let's move on to the next one. After all that quality stuff, let's refresh ourselves with something simpler. Would you like a hippocras?
Certainly. The better ones will go straight to our heads, and I'll admit, I do like it from time to time.
Nothing to be ashamed of. It's not easy to make a good hippocras. Mine has an unusual ingredient in it. Let's see if you can tell what it is.
Very nice. I'd say it's mint?
Precisely. It gives a nice freshness, wouldn't you say? And there's a garden full of it right behind the tavern. I don't know where to put it all.
But it's missing some kick. I reckon your cook forgot to add something. Ginger. It's missing ginger.
But of course, the cook told me they didn't have any at the market. You have a refined tongue, good man. I'll give you that. After that hippocras, we should have something more high class. I've got a rare Hungarian wine from Eger. Very strong and very sweet.
Bring it on. This is no time for weak wine.
My thoughts exactly. So what do you think? Good, isn't it?
Kurde. Spróbuję.
Very good and very red. Besides that, it has a sort of raised taste at the end of the tongue.
Raised taste? What do you mean?
It's hard to explain. It really is very red.
As anyone can see at first glance. What will you tell me next? That the sky is blue?
And isn't it?
I drank this particular wine from Eger at a banquet held to celebrate the new city council. Hungarian government, Hungarian wine, and Hungarian delicacies. I was so looking forward to enjoying some nice Hungarian sausages or pate, but I ended up leaving disappointed.
How so?
They started bringing out melons, apples, plums, and all sorts of other fruit. And finally, they served fish. I don't eat fish, and fruit makes me burp. So I went hungry at a feast.
Uuu.
Well, that's very unusual. Fruit, fish, and red wine. Maybe it's some sort of Hungarian custom.
I was so disappointed that I wanted to make myself something at home to get rid of the taste. But I was so drunk that I fell asleep. The housekeeper woke me up, and what can I tell you? The porridge was charcoal. The kitchen was like a smokehouse, and I had egg on my face. Well, that's Hungary checked off the list. What's next?
How about something local? I noticed there were vineyards in Kuttenberg.
But of course, we have vineyards and grapes from Burgundy that Emperor Charles himself had brought in. The local vintners grow some fine grapes, but they're still learning everything that comes after that. The local stuff gets diluted a lot. They flavor it with all sorts of shit, or leave it for vinegar.
Don't tell me you don't have a drop of anything local that would be worth trying.
Well, there's the monastery secret. A wine from the Sedlets monastery. My cousin Jerome is the custodian of the monastery vineyard.
Ah,
Mówcie dalej.
why is it called secret?
Taste it, and you'll see.
Interesting. There's no trace of any flavor that shouldn't be there. Neither honey nor spices. Just the pure taste of wine. But there is something to it. Something I don't recognize.
That's it, good man.
Is that the secret?
Exactly. The monks add a secret ingredient to the wine.
A secret ingredient? How do you know that?
Like I said, my cousin Jerome is the custodian of the monastery vineyard, and I handle their supply. Sometimes I bring food for the workers, new barrels, tools and the like.
Cześć.
And from time to time, I bring them a sealed crate which smells peculiar. Jerome didn't want to tell me what's in it, but when I insisted, he told me it's some kind of incense they burn in the barrels.
Really? I've never heard of such a thing.
Neither have I. But like I said, the chest was sealed and the whole thing is shrouded in secrecy.
A real monastery secret. What should we drink next?
I'm glad you like my wine. But that's enough tasting for today. After all, I've offered you everything worth trying, and now the wine is starting to go to my head. But you're welcome to stay in my tavern as long as you like. I have to say, I really enjoyed our chat. It's rare to meet someone who really understands wine.
I enjoyed your company a lot too. Nevertheless, I won't keep you, Goodman, and I'll bid you farewell.
Farewell, and if you decide to extend your stay in Kuttenberg, stop by for a drink again.
Definitely. God be with you.
Udoskonalono picie. Jak bardzo naprany będę? Tak konkretnie, czy tylko tam, nie wiem, do pewnego momentu? Widzę, że mi ten pasek rośnie.
Morning. Come and have a look. Fresh, good fare.
Co? Oj, chyba będzie ten przegięcie. Ale raz na jakiś czas. No nie, nawet nie przegiąłem. Dobra. Okej, czyli jakieś kadzidło. Jakieś kadzidło niby jest. Dobre pytanie, co to jest?
Smell of a summer evening.
Siema, wariat.
Greetings. Do you need something?
I spoke to Havel.
And? How did it go?
I had a look around his office to see what I could see.
Well, I can't say I approve, but if you found something interesting...
I did indeed. It looks like a ledger of some sort.
Give it here. Let me have a look.
Nie byłem żadnym.
20 barrels of Rhine Riesling, 24 new barrels from the Cooper, 13 crates of Hungarian grapes for St. Gallisday. Ah, here we are. It seems they ordered some sort of special incense that they burn in the barrels. That must be it.
What good would that do?
How should I know? What's interesting is that this isn't normally part of the winemaking process, so it might be just what we're looking for. Right, and here's a small reward so you don't go around saying old Casper's ungrateful. But now I need you to look into it further. We need to find out what this special incense is for. We'll have to take a look in the vineyard and take some of that incense.
We, meaning me, right?
Of course I mean you. See how well we understand each other?
I'll do it,
To
but I want
zapłać
more
mi
coin.
więcej.
It's a risky thing to do. What's more, it's the monastery's vineyard, and I don't want to end up on the wrong side of the church.
All right, all right. I'll give you more, but I want you to know you're bleeding me dry as is.
I'm the one likely to actually bleed. Now tell me where to look. The vineyard is pretty big.
It's big, true. But there's a vineyard house right in the middle. The custodian lives there, as well as the workers. And it's also where all the supplies are stored. Besides, there's also a side garden where they grow new varieties of grapes. If you could manage to bring me a few seedlings, they could greatly help my own vineyard.
Where exactly is the vineyard?
A short way to the north of town. It's pretty large, you can't miss it.
Okej.
How do I get in? Isn't it guarded?
The simplest thing would be to get hired as a laborer. There'll be lots of work there now that it's summer.
No
I'm
dobra.
on it then.
Good luck, and take care, Henry. By the way, what about the business with the Manlikas? Did you manage to get hold of the book by Bouchek?
Yes, Miss Adletter is sweet. And she even gave me back your book. Here it is.
Ah, thanks very much. I'll try to sell it and pay off at least some of my debts. Take care. Careful.
Ale to ty idzie. Ale to ty normalnie wleciałeś we mnie. Winiarnia. Dobra, faktycznie jest spora. Faktycznie jest spora. To jest to. Chwila, to ja nie mam nic tam więcej dla tamtych? Nie. Okej. No to pójdziemy może do tej winnicy, co? Się zatrudnimy, zrobimy to.
Come here!
Też mnie goni. A, widziałem cię, Francu. Dobrze mi się podobało. Chodź. No.
Easy, easy. Nice and slow. Go!
Jedziemy do tej winnicy. O, widać już na winnicy. To jest bardzo bliziutko. Chwila. A gdzie jest ten? No tak, Gutenberg. Aha, to jest ścieżka, dobra. Muszę z nim porozmawiać. Gdzie jest ktoś? Bo obstawiam, że F to jest... Tak. Aha, nie, to znajdź ten. Aha, dobra, to spróbujemy tak, że nie będę biegał i robił zawadiakę. Tylko pójdę, się zatrudnię. Tutaj.
Are you hiring?
Us? Always. But don't be fooled. It's hard work. Days spent bent over in the sun. It's not for everybody. But you'll get a few groschen, something to eat, and a place to lay your head.
Okej.
That sounds good.
I'll tell you tomorrow. For now, go and speak to the custodian, Jerome. He'll tell you what to do. Any questions?
What's the master custodian like?
Jerome? He's my cousin, and he gave me this
Whoa.
job. Can't complain about him.
And the others?
I don't know, but I've never heard any complaints. You'll see for yourself soon enough.
Okej.
What's in that building in the middle of the vineyard?
Vineyards aren't just vines. They need a place to sort, press, and wash the grapes. And we also need a...
Kurde.
What's in that building?
Vineyards aren't just vines, and we also need a place to lay our heads. We spend half a year up on this scorching hill after all.
Okej. Dobra.
I'll be going.
All right, run along.
Don't worry. I don't steal.
I have to say that because we do get light-fingered individuals here from time to time. And now you know everything. Off you go to work.
Okej.
Farewell, my friend.
Dobra, to idziemy. Teraz tak, potrzebujemy zdobyć szczepy. Bardzo trudne włamywanie. Zarządca.
I'm supposed to report to you. I'm new here.
Excellent. Another young shoot ready to sprout and produce the delicious fruits of labor.
Right. The shoot. That's me.
Forgive me, young man. I'm always pleased by the presence of someone who enjoys working.
That's great. In any case, I was sent to ask what you want me to do.
You'll start today. Because why wait? There are a few hours left before the velvet blanket of night covers our vineyard.
Of course. I'll get to work then.
Excellent. What enthusiasm! What vigor! As our youngest laborer, you will be in charge of the eternal battle against the weeds that choke our beautiful plants. As soon as you spot one, imagine you're King David and uproot that evil from our land forever, just as he uprooted the Philistines from Israel.
If you hand me a slingshot, I can take on Goliath.
We hand out slingshots in autumn when we have trouble with starlings. Apart from that, you'll sometimes see a sack at the end of a row. In it are clippings and bad plants which you will take to the dung heap behind the winery here, where their earthly existence ends in the process known as decay.
All right. That doesn't sound too complicated. Weeding and organizing a funeral for some plants.
To tell the truth, lad, work in the vineyard isn't complicated, but it is hard. I therefore suggest you don the vintner's crown, a straw hat. Do you have any other questions?
I'll get to it then.
May God bless your work. On you go, lad.
Okej. Kogo tutaj nie ma? No tak mi się przykleiły do ręki. Puste tutaj. Nie, wróć, arbuzy. Tutaj hoduje. Dobra, mam to, po co przyszliśmy. Teraz mam odkryć Odkryć klasztorny sek.
Here it is. The final resting place of weeds from our vineyard, and a vast haven for flies. The dung heap. This is where you shall bring the sacks. And moreover, after a hard day's toil, you can lay your head down in that hut over there. Questions?
Now I know everything, I can get started.
Wonderful, lad. Now, get to work. The vineyard is large and there's plenty of work.
Okay. Kuchnia. Co tutaj jest? Magazyn. Nie. Są beczki, to pewnie dojrzewa. Ale jakieś zapieczętowane skrzynie, które są niby... Czy to jest? Nie. Nie, to jest zamknięte. Dobra. Bo myślałem, że może tam coś znajdę. To taka totalnie na boku. Miejscówka, piwniczka. Włamywanie średnie.
This crate smells like sulfur. This could be it.
Nie gadaj, jeżeli siarkę dodałem. Topór, sztylet, siarczane knoty? Czy co, kurwa? Sąki. O, sobie sznapsa wezmę. Zanieś klasztorny sekret panu Kacprowi, zdobądź sadzonki dla pana Kacpra. To mam sadzonki. Okej. Zdobądź sadzonki dla pana Kacpra. To jakby mam. Tak? To. Sadzonki winorośli. No to chyba to. Dobra. Plan udany. Teraz brać dupę w trąb i spieprzać stąd. Zanim się jorgną! Ucieczka! B, kurwa, B. Chmiel rośnie. Dobrze mi się wydaje, to tu chyba chmiel mają. Teraz sobie dojedziemy tam. Będziemy musieli jeszcze tam wrócić bodajże do naszego poprzedniego regionu, w którym znajdziemy mamy do zrobienia misję bodajże jeszcze jedną tam w tym regionie, w troskach.
I'm back, and I've got the mysterious monastery incense. It looks like wood chips soaked in sulfur. It stinks a bit.
They were smoking barrels with this. Sulfur is the stink of hell, and this is a monastery vineyard.
Maybe there's another reason. The miners in Skalitz used to say where there's sulfur, it's easier to breathe. Healthier air.
But it stinks to high hell.
So do many noble delicacies. And they're still delicious.
I suppose you're right. I'll give it a try. I hope it doesn't make my wine reek. Here's your reward. I added a bit more, as we agreed.
I almost forgot. I have the seedlings.
Ah! I'm curious what they'll grow into. You've made me doubly happy, Henry. So, here's a little something on top for you. Farewell, Henry. Taste the delicious Krutenberg wine from the best...
Cześć, tu.
I don't care for much.
55 groszy.
But this is important. I'm not interested. But this is about...
Spytaj mnie, ha? Aha, dobra. Jakby najeźdźców mamy do zrobienia. Zakazany owoc i żaby jeszcze do zrobienia. W troskach, o których zapomniałem. Ogólnie o tym zapomniałem. I forgot. Więc no. Jakby mam tu relikwiarz. Mam taką misję. To sobie podjedziemy. Podjedziemy tam. Tam jest typ, który robi bardzo krzywe akcje. Bo tym akurat was nie chciałem zanudzać. To było jakby ogarnięcie tego. Jest mój koń. Ogarnięcie, bo to było trzeba zdobyć. Już wam pokazuję. Było trzeba miecz Walentyna znaleźć. Ale miecza tam nie było. Jakby zeszło mi z dobre 20 minut, jak tam łaziłem i takie, nie wiem, to może tu, a może tu. Znalazłem nawet jedno miejsce, gdzie można było wpaść i już nie wrócić. Znalazłem miejsce, którego deweloperzy nie ogarnęli i było tam zejście do choroszczy, jak to można określić. No i przez przypadek się nadziałem na tego typa. Jakby nie jest to jakoś ciekawe. Finał pokażę po prostu.
Greetings to you.
I mam wrażenie, że jednak będzie trzeba mu spuścić w pierdol. Siema złodzieju.
I was in the graveyard and I found Valentine, but there wasn't any sword there. However, I did find an engraving.
Slow down. What engraving?
On the lid of his grave. I thought that since I couldn't find the sword, I'd at least forge you a copy.
You forged a copy of Valentine's sword? Just based on a picture?
I know, it's not the original, but nothing better came to mind.
And are you certain the original looked like this?
Valentine himself could not tell the difference.
All right, Henry, thanks. I think we can stop this masquerade now, don't you? You're very good. I've long tried in vain to get into that grave. But I hope you know that I must kill you now. I can't risk you opening your mouth somewhere and letting slip that this sword is a fake.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you, really?
I sell relics, gems, and all kinds of other trinkets to collectors. Some real, some fake, like your sword. But almost all stolen.
I knew there was something odd about all this.
Of course you knew. So, what's it going to be? Will you die nice and quietly, or put up a fuss?
Are you serious?
Yes, and so what? Stop fucking laughing.
Take a good look at me. Let me tell you, friend, you're not the brightest in choosing your victims.
Hey, fellow, calm down. We can come to some agreement, right? I'll take the sword, pay you for the work, and we'll each go our own way.
Fine then. Keep the sword and go.
You see, Henry, I knew right away you were a reasonable fellow.
A ja mam dla ciebie ofertę nie do odrzucenia. Jesteś pokornym rycerzem, tak? A mu w pysk strzeliłem. Znowu mu w mordę przywaliłem. No, jakby tak coś mi się wydawało. No, Złoty Krzyż, no przepraszam bardzo, ale no... Takiego chama to nie mogłem przepuścić. Jeszcze mi kuźwa groził, że... No wiesz, cóż, muszę cię zabić. Bo jakby ty znasz sekret, wykonałeś go. Więc no, cóż, żegnaj się z życiem, nie? Ja sobie ten miecz Walentego w ogóle wykuję. Pałacza miał jakiegoś. Wezmę sobie twojego pałacza. Cię spałuję. Wezmę nawet ten Złoty Krzyż. Ty miałeś coś jeszcze w ogóle przy sobie? Jakiś hajs? Coś? Grosze? Całe 2,30. Wow, bogactwo, kurwa. No, ale tak jak mi się wydawało, no był najzwyczajniejszym po prostu oszustem. Którego
Good
było...
dog, Mats. Show me.
Co tam masz? Co tam masz? Co masz? Aha. Poszczekał i chuj. No tak. Dobra, zwinna postawa, to się tego nauczę. I tak nie mam niczego innego do nauczenia się. O, jazda konna mamy jeszcze. Nawet. Jeśli poganiasz konia ostrogami, odzyskaj wiele PP niż dotąd, inne efekty bez zmian. Jakby ja totalnie nie walczę z konia. Aha, wyłączenie spędzi wiatrem. Wykończmy się, kiedy jest poza szlakiem. Dobra. To my będziemy kończyć. No bo tu nie ma nic do ogarnięcia. Jakby bawi mnie, że tam było bardzo trudne, gdzie Henryk wygląda tak. I momentalnie mu temat rozjechałem. Bo rycerskość miałem na 30, teraz mam na 28. W dalszym ciągu bardzo wysokie. Więc no. Cóż. My będziemy kończyć. Tak więc ja wam dziękuję za oglądanie. Zapraszam do lajkowania, subskrybowania, komentowania. No i co? I widzimy się w następnym odcinku. Siemano.